folks, it's Anthony from Anthony's Comic Book Art, back at you after a week off. My assistant and producer, editor and filmer. Are you a filmer?
Depends on the day of the week.
Yeah, maybe you're half filmer on your mother's side. Anyway, he took off for a week because he's 20-something years old and feels like he's entitled to a vacation, even though I work 7 days a week to make sure everybody has a job. Anyway, so we're back at you here after that exhausting week where I put on the mini-con. It was exhausting. I was exhausted. Just so you know, it's kind of like having a party when you were like in grade school and you were wondering if everybody, you know, anybody was going to show up type thing. You know, that kind of nervousness. No, but Scott Hanna was really cool about it. He had a good time and he said it was perfect for him that he came back in, you know, just to get his feet wet with the new situation and have a mini con like that and see some friends and customers, and we did some business and that was cool. Stroman and Williams were cool. They you know, they did enough business for them to be okay. Phil Russert wasn't able to show up, but he's feeling better now, which is good about that. I was concerned, but he's feeling better. And my kid had a good time. And then we did the hour-and-a-half long streaming on CAF with Bill Cox, which is the wheeling and dealing with Anthony, you know? So, you know, that's why I have a full-time producer, so we can be on our feet doing deals and doing reality TV. One of the things that a friend of mine took notice of was like, oh, you got that X-Men flashback? And the answer is, no, I did not. One of my assistants put this on the wall. This is the scan that I used to carry around because my insurance company, when I owned it, didn't want me to carry around a six-figure piece. So the confusion about that can be laid to rest. You know, I didn't buy it back. Although, you know, I wish I could have afforded to. This is just a scan, and it was mistakenly put up. And it's just like a $100 souvenir of when I had something that was special in the marketplace. This was the first appearance of, guess who? Wanda, the Scarlet Witch. And this was one of my favorite parts about it. On the back of it, it had all these notes, I believe written by Stan himself, trying to figure out the whole lineup of the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. So he had Magneto, you know, he hadn't named the Scarlet Witch yet, so he had Lady Witch, Evil Eye, Miss Witch, the Siren, Jinx, Witch Woman. So this is, you know, like I said, this is a $100 souvenir from when I owned it. It went off on auction and was sold at auction, and I didn't buy it back. So I just want to put that out there to the collecting community, anybody that was saying that. That's not the original. So one of the things that we're going to get done this week, now that my producer is back from his mandatory millennial vacation.
Snowboarding excursion.
Huh?
Snowboarding excursion.
Oh, snowboarding excursion. He's got to get his snowboarding in. I made arrangements to do the shoot 'em up with the fake Rob Liefeld, and I always forget, is it Liefeld or Liefeld? And with Bill, we're going to put together something like that. I found this other basically forgery type thing that somebody tried to mock up like it was real and sell to somebody. I forget where that came about, but that's been sitting around for years too. I think I know who did that, but whatever. I don't think I have any money to that, but I know it's just fake, you know. It's like, and they tried to put the logos on, like, oh, this is like, you know, so that's another, you know, it's not a recreation. If you know, if somebody's doing, and I support guys that are doing recreations, you know, sometimes, they have professional level skills, and they don't, they're not able, they don't have a job, or they're not making a living anymore in the actual profession. Recreations and commissions are the vehicle by which they can make a living. Look at this. I did $600 worth of tickets, and I got back exactly 1%. So there was 750 million available. I got back $6. All right, $6. But being that, there's another 1.25 billion, I played back at another $1,000, I think, but I told everybody to fill out a ticket, and if one of these tickets hits, I'll share it with my entire staff. So that's the kind of guy I am. All right. Yesterday I was very active. I was driving around for probably what was it, like 120, 100, about 300 miles I put on the truck yesterday. And I was buying comics, and I was buying art, and then I have this batch in from CGC, and got in some branded pens that are cool that my wife made, and we got in some nice key comics that are fun. Now I'm gonna go over some new stuff. Somehow this guy locally found 3 Spidey Platinums, and I got back, well, actually 4, because I put one up already. It was an 8.0, and then I got so out of 4 of them, they gave me an 8.0, an 8.5, a 9.0, and a 9.2. All right. At least they didn't give me 4 8.5s. They gave me a nice spread where I could do something with. But, those are what they are, the Platinums. If you've dealt with them, and I've dealt with them for a long time, they are what they are. If they got open, if they got red, somebody opened it, forget about it. That takes it down, because they got a cardboard cover. So those I'm going to make available, and we're going to price those out. If you have an interest and want to hit me up on this, on the Instagram or on the Facebook, let me know. This is fun. I got this done for myself. This was just a miscut Batman. This is Batman 21, and it's just so unusual to see a book like this out, because it seems to me like quality control would have just thrown this away. They would have pulped it and recycled it, but it's just hilarious that it's like a miscut. Not really for sale, because it's just like an error coin. I used to collect coins, and it's kind of an error, but this is nice. A nice early Spidey 9.0. This is probably worth at or around $1,000. Macy 19.90. And this is always fun. This is the first reprint of Journey into Mystery with the record. This came out of this record sleeve, and this came back in 9.2 because it was never used. So that was cool. These comics lived in these sleeves, which was kind of like a bag and board. And when you take them out and grade them now, they come back nice. So that's just fun to have and look at, as far as like, oh, that's a 9.2 Journey into Mystery image. A 9.2 Journey into Mystery at 83, a real one would probably be worth what? Towards 100, right? I'd have to look that up. So this is a nice 9.2 and an old label, old CGC label. This black cover, it's one of those really hard to find books in high grade. So that's going up. They got a VG Plus first Black Panther, and the first black costume, a 9.8 in a CBCS holder. I don't know, my kind of feeling is 9.8s and CBCS kind of harder, but I don't know, people have varied opinions about that. This is a really nice copy of Punisher. The first Punisher must be punished. Spider-Man must be punished on this cover image. And it's signed by Jerry Conway, right? Jerry Conway story, yep. So it's signed by the writers, and it's a signature series, and that's at around, what? I think this was $2,400, all right? I'm still thinking about my Captain America stuff. This is a prop from Captain America, the first Avenger. This came in the auctions that I bought, you know, a few years ago when they made that auction available in Chicago, and this was what you call a hero blade, because it was in a batch of like 5 or 6 blades, bayonets, World War II style, but this is a real one. It's not sharpened, but then the other ones were rubber. So when you saw that, but if they did a close-up, they would need a good one and a real one, and so they would call this a hero prop, because that would be shot, you know, on close-up or whatever. Now, I like doing business on other stuff, so this is a couple rare toys. You got the Poppy Gotcha Man. So this was really nice box, you know, and you see here like the first Gotcha Man, and then Ultraman, and this guy, I forgot his name, but those were like the first generation of Migos. And then the Migos came over to the United States. There was like this cross-pollination, you know, like, and there's a very cool documentary about how the Japanese Spider-Man on the Disney Channel. The whole story about the guy that did the deal to do Spider-Man in Japan and how different it was and all that. But it just started the sort of cross oceanic business of heroes and of the Japanese variety and Marvel, and that was really cool. And this is kind of a rare foreign language card of Wonder Woman and the Superpowers edition, and you know, to have, you know, well over $1,000 of toy right here, you know, it's fun for me. It's fun to do business on stuff like this. You know, I'm doing deals, I'm trading for it. I traded to get these. I might trade some art with my friend Rich for this guy, and this is going out in a deal. And I just wanted to, you know, show that as far as the diversity that is Anthony's comic book art. There's some art that I picked up over the weekend. I was doing deals. Oh, this is Tom Rainey. That's really nice. Tom Rainey. Got a couple Tom Rainey pages. Yeah, there you go. Tom Rainey. And those will be going up later tonight. And there's some Werewolf by Night. Oh, this is from Warlock 6. This is the Counter-Earth version of Reed Richards, who in the Counter-Earth, he turns into like the Thing, except instead of the Thing, it's the Brute. So this is actually a first panel appearance of this character called the Brute, the Counter-Earth version of Reed Richards in the Fantastic Four. You know, that's fun. I remember this issue as a kid. That's like 20, 25 cents, right? Yeah, 73, it's 20 center. This is a Don Newton title page. Yeah, Batman disguised as this other guy, and he decals, but he's wearing the disguise of this guy. That is Bruce Wayne, and that's going to be made available later today. And then this is George Tuska and Nick Cardy. It's got Kid Flash and Speedy. And why wasn't Kid Flash named Speedy? I don't get it. Why was the Green Arrow, ward or sidekick. Why wasn't, I don't know. That kind of confused me always. Oh, here's a nice Cardi cover. I had this, I got it back. And, you know, I like getting stuff back sometimes when I you know, we did a deal, did some cashing, trading, and this is a really nice piece. Really nice piece. So Werewolf by Night origin kind of stuff like that. So, you know, when I was a kid, I read all those Marvel monster books. You know, you had Werewolf by Night, you had Dracula, you had the Mummy, you had who else was? You had Frankenstein, and you had, you know, and then, you know, kind of the hero horror guys like Ghost Rider is, of course, the most popular and sustained one. So then I got, you know, some other pages that are going to be going up. With the diversity, I was really busy doing some buying of the comic book books. We got the comedy books. You got the comedy books. Oh, by the way, we got to go look at that big collection. That's tomorrow, right? We said Wednesday?
Yeah, we said Wednesday.
I thought we said Tuesday, but... Huh?
I'll confirm with them.
Yeah, sure. Oh, look at these. White Princess. Did Frazetta do some of these? It looks like it. Huh?
Yes, he did.
Yeah. Did he?
Yes.
White Princess of the Jungle? I'm thinking he maybe did. I'm not sure. Got some pre-code horror, Marvel type things, Atlas, oh, Golden Age Spirit. Wow, so cool. Wow. Another nice Golden Age Spirit. Piracy 1, ECs. I just, you know, when I see these groups of stuff like this with the, you know, I just have to buy them. Because, like, you can take this batch of stuff, and I don't know if we have any of these right now. Here you go, write those up. Any of those in inventory, you know? And it's like, this is a batch of number ones. You got a John Byrne Doomsday. That was, I think that was like at or around his first job ever, right? Yeah. So, Commandy with that fantastic Statue of Liberty. They weren't swiping off Planet of the Apes. No, they weren't, no. So, Spidey, What If #1. This is the first Man Thing in his own, right? That's his first, yeah. Doctor Strange 1, 2001. You know, Marvel Kirby stuff, Defenders, Everett, Star-Lord, Captain Marvel. That can be a lot. Some cool Neil Adams, All-Star Squadron. Yeah, you know, this is the kind of stuff I buy every day. That's a nice Mary Marvel and Spidey-Man. And we're going to look at a big collection, a six-figure collection this week, which might, you know, we look forward to bringing something like that to market. And let's talk about the Vision. Here's the first appearance of the Vision in '57. And, you know, I sat there and watched WandaVision. I've been looking forward to it because I love her. I think she's awesome. And, you know, I got the whole Bewitched vibe thing, art direction, you know, nosy neighbor comes to the door. I love her. She was Joan on Parks and Rec, right? She was hilarious on Parks and Rec. So we love her, but you know, I guess I have to rewatch it to really absorb and get it again. I absolutely love, you know, stop the show when she was in her magician assistance outfit with the fishnets. Oh my God, that was awesome. She looked amazing. I love her, you know, styled in the old-timey style. You know, my wife sometimes cosplays in that direction, and it works for me. Okay? All right. Speaking of the Vision, I did do a deal on this weekend. It's a very strong page from basically the first storyline that the Vision was. I believe this was still the first storyline that the Vision was involved in. I have to really try to reference that a little better. So it's got everything. It's got Black Panther. It's got this crazy. He's big and then he goes small. Yellow Jacket shrinks down, and then Janet Van Dyne, the Wasp is in there, and then Hawkeye. Oh, just has everything. And you want to look at this and say, oh wow, it's John Buscema, right? Because John Buscema did the first appearance of the Vision. And yep, behold the Vision. So George Klein actually was the inker on this, and George Klein is like a Hall of Famer as far as I'm concerned, as far as the inks. It looks right up there with a Sinnott job. And you have him, he was Goliath still, and I believe this is the first Yellow Jacket. So the Black Panther's all in there, and they fight, he gives him his origin about being part of Ultron. And so it's kind of timely, picked up a page like that. In my running around yesterday, because I actually left my house yesterday around 9 o'clock and didn't get home till 9 p.m. I drove all the way down, did some shopping at that Old Bridge show, John Paul's, and check that out if you're down in that neighborhood. It's a small room, but it's well attended with dealers from Central Jersey and below. So if you're in the area of Old Bridge next month, check that out and give some people some business. Or if you want to meet me there, I can meet you there. I can meet you there with product. I can meet you there with art, whatever you're looking for. And if you like my new pens, let me know. I'll put those in with the order. And probably not a good idea, actually. If it got crushed, the ink would go everywhere. But if you come in and buy something here at Anthony's Comic Book Art, we'll hook you up with some branded merchandise. I got t-shirts, I got pens. What else do I have? Post-its? Do you need Post-its? Okay. So I'm Anthony with Anthony's Comic Book Art, and I appreciate getting back at you this week, and we're gonna be delivering more and more content as the days and weeks go on. Thanks, keep calm, keep collecting.